on, so. Okay. And that thing is, okay, little puppy, don't drive me crazy. Can you turn the heater off for a minute? Because that is so hot. Done? Yep.
I don't know.
Okay. Puppy can go. Oh, puppy will be in here.
What?
Puppy, old puppy.
Puppy.
Where's the rolling stools?
The what?
The rolling stools.
Behind the thing.
Where?
Behind that thing, probably.
Okay.
You want to put him in the cage?
Will he just bark?
No, well, probably not. Hopefully not.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, let's see if he'll just come. He wants to play with Wanda.
I know. Wanda's
And
great.
Wanda doesn't want to play with him. Hello, everyone.
Who?
Everyone. I'm saying hello to everyone.
Oh, I thought you said Gwen.
No, I said hello, everyone.
Oh,
Yes.
Hello?
Where's my phone? I walked in here with my phone.
it's on the. I don't think it's under that stuff.
Yep.
How about that?
So we're having a busy day. Stop biting.
Stop it.
He's biting Wanda. Up. Okay. Wanda doesn't like to.
Hey, stop it.
Okay.
Hey.
I will get it on my phone. So we'll give everyone a minute to get here. So I'm covering for Elizabeth today. If I start to sweat, it's because this thing behind me
We
is...
let me over here. It wouldn't be.
No,
loud.
it's fine. It's fine. It's on 350 degrees. I'll be cooked by the end of this. Okay. No playing. Why I have to... Okay, don't. Let he'll just go down. Okay, so I need to change my thing here. Go to Goldy's Farm Animal Sanctuary.
Grab his skin and pass him over here.
No, he's all right. He's all right. Yep, there we go.
Got him.
There we go.
Over here, now you stay.
Okay.
Mine.
So I've got the comments up. Uh-oh, I've got the boy. All right. Got little puppy. And Mom,
You don't do that. You can't see me.
okay. I'll let Wanda down. Why don't we put them in the cage?
Put him in the cage.
Okay. All right. Wanda will... Puppy likes to pick on Wanda. And Wanda doesn't like
Wanda,
it.
she jumps and bites. If he catches her, it's good first.
Yeah, she doesn't like to.
She doesn't like it.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're good now. Everything's good. Elizabeth isn't feeling well, so we're postponing the chicken. Elizabeth has been a little off for the past couple days, and so she's nothing terribly concerning.
Tell me what you had.
I don't know. She's cold. And Larky seems to be very interested in her armpits.
Oh.
No. Oh, puppy needs a bone. So, where's his bone?
There's the bone right there. That one?
He's got his bone. He's got all the bones now. There he needs some. Okay. So,
Tell everybody what a good day you had yesterday with all those people in the apartment that came out.
Okay,
to see
so
you.
we went yesterday. We did a hospice, and puppy went along fine. He's very excited. So we'll just ignore him right now. And we went to Swampscott. Is he going to calm down from that? He's very excited. He's not usually this animated. Whoops, Jesus. And we sat outside. We brought Clark the donkey and Delight, which is the little pony. We had Sizzle and Larky and Noodle came along, and Wanda. So we had a full crew. It was Judy and myself and Carlene. We saw a woman who was in hospice, and then we just wandered around. There's an attached senior center and kind of a low-income senior center type thing. So we wandered around door to door with the donkeys, and there was a bunch of kids there. We were there for at least an hour.
I know.
We
had a good time.
Yeah, it was good. They brought food out for us. They were very excited. We were supposed to go last week, but it was going to be an outdoor event. But it was raining last week. But everybody was very happy, including the woman that we did actually go to see, even though we spent very little time with her. we were there with her for about 20 minutes, and she was very happy.
Well, she was there the whole time, though.
She was sitting in the corner the whole time.
That's
Yeah, and then today we're trying to practice with get it while I'm home. Try to get a procedure with how we actually, because it's starting to be warm enough to bring the donkey and the pony and other animals to the senior centers and on our visits. So today we took what we learned yesterday, which one of the things that we learned yesterday is Larky's a little too excited about the pony. So we had a little, nothing happened, but we just recognized that could potentially...
He should be on leash.
He should be on leash, which, by the way, I said at the beginning, but we'll just move on. So Larky was a little too excited, so today we put together a procedure so that when we go to senior centers, the dogs go in first. That's Wanda, Noodle, Sizzle, Larky. They do their feeding and the frying pans.
The frying pan.
And they wander through whoever how many people did we see today?
There have to have been 35.
Yeah. And the interesting part of the visit today, it's part of the network of these senior centers, and it's in not such a great area of town. And so the woman who oversees all of probably 10 of these different senior centers, and for the most part, they're drop-offs. So what people in the community drop off their seniors or their physically, mentally impaired for the day. It's like adult daycare, and so they're dying for activities. So the woman who manages them, and they're not just on the in Essex County, which is the county that we live in. They're outside of the county. She was there. She was so excited about the dogs, and then we brought in Pony, and boy, she was thrilled. So she asked if we could travel outside of Essex County to go to some of the other locations that they had, and I said yes. And I described the activities that we're planning, like the rickshaw bikes and the donkey walks and visits on the farm to Donkey Cafe. And she was so excited. So she's going to connect with Judy and hopefully plan to bring people onto the property for activities, and we'll go to, they have vans, and they are dying for things to do with people.
All these places have beautiful vans.
Yeah.
Stop it!
No. Oh, he's a good boy.
He's good. He'd be good. See, look at that.
He gets really crazy.
I said stop it, and he stopped it.
He stopped it, he lied down. Yes, he's being good.
Good boy.
He gets really excited when he sees Wanda, and Wanda does not get excited to see him. Driving back from the auction with Puppy, we got into the car. It was, it's been a crazy morning, and I put Puppy in the way back of the, or Noodle in the way back of the SUV that I was driving, and Wanda usually sits in the way back. It's set up. It's like Wanda's little house. She's got her blanket. She's got a little water. It's where she always sits when we're in the car. And Puppy went back there, and he started barking like, arr, 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 arr. And I was like, just ignore it. And I turned up the radio, and I figured eventually he'll quiet down. But Wanda, she didn't like him. She was so mad at me. When she saw me walking towards him carrying a puppy, she was like, no, that's not coming in here. No. So she finally, I see her, go from the middle seat into the back. She lied down with him for about 10 minutes. He fell asleep. She went over, sat in the middle seat. Every time he started barking, repetitive, Wanda would go lie with him, and then she'd come over and take her a different seat to get away from him. So she's not real thrilled with him. But he's a really nice puppy, and he is perfect for what we need. We need a fluffy, cute dog that is,
just runs around.
Just a little too. He's
the tail going,
jumping all over the place, jumping on people. You can hug him. He's just a lovely little addition. He loves to be cuddled. He sat on 30 people's laps today, and he's doing exactly what Goldy's farm needed. In the Great Danes are great, and they do what they do, which is run around and look fantastic and eat out of the the frying pans and are affectionate with people. But having a dog that's small, you can put on people's laps, like Wanda, is such an added benefit. So that's good.
We have to be very careful with the toenails.
The toenails of
All the ones on the lap sitters. All of them.
yeah, Wanda's.
Because old people, the skin
It is
tears
very- yeah,
like it's
yeah. Yeah.
cellophane.
Yeah.
So we
But
have
let me talk about the ponies. Never mind the nails. Yeah, we got to do that. Wanda's nails are like longer. They're like,
I got wounded by Wanda.
Yeah, Wanda's nails are really bad.
She didn't mean it though.
No, she has really bad nails. She doesn't like when you do it, so that's a problem. But it's on my list. And do we have nail clippers here? I should probably do it before I go tomorrow.
Within reach, right there.
Okay, well, I'll do that right after mail call. People are asking about mail and packages. So Elizabeth didn't go to the end of the driveway.
No,
Okay, I didn't do that either. Where's Carly?
she went out that door.
Okay. We're a little disorganized because Elizabeth let me know like 20 minutes ago that she's, and here comes Nick's coming out. I don't know where he's going. Oh, he's got a dog with him. She let me know 20 minutes ago that she was not going to make it till mail call. So I apologize because we were ready to do the chicken and get everybody organized, but so we've had to turn our plan around.
We've been busy.
We've been busy, yeah.
To change your whole atmosphere from just the dogs to a trailer behind with donkeys and equipment you have to have,
Yeah,
and watering and brushing and
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of, like, just a simple thing like the ball hitch.
Right.
That must have taken us 24 hours to solve that problem.
Yeah. There's a lot of.
There's a lot of detail
so this-
that you just
yeah.
you don't understand.
There's a lot. The hay guy didn't deliver to Meredith today, so that's
didn't?
another. No, that's the problem with. It's better hay, but he's not reliable. So I went over there, running over there with hay, and then Elizabeth calls me, get back to for mail call, and yeah. So there's a lot of moving parts. It's getting to the. Oh, and then today when I was loading the ponies back in, you get one in, and you were rushing off. You get one the donkey in, and then the pony gets halfway in, and I made the mistake of unsnapping her because I thought halfway, that's kind of close enough. She's almost in. And she backed up and went through the parking lot, so I had to chase after her. Fortunately, nobody saw that. But then I had to chase after her, and I left the door open to and the other donkey. Fortunately, he didn't come out. But yeah, so
Donkeys are lovely.
And Clark, who literally has been, he's like
Perfect.
2.5 years old. Perfect. He was a little nervous at the hospice place because there was kids running around and the dogs were loose and there was a lot of activity and it was outside. So he was a little nervous, just slightly.
And he just stood there and said, let me get a handle on
Yeah,
this.
he just stood there. We couldn't get him to move for a second, but then he was
Well,
good.
that's a frightened donkey.
Yeah.
If it had been a frightened horse, he'd been tearing
Right.
through Somerville.
But today they walked. I'll share some of the videos on my phone when I get a chance to get organized because really haven't had that yet today. But,
Thank God for the ham.
Oh, thank God for ham.
Thank
That's
for
been
that ham
feeding
dinner.
us.
We would
Yeah.
all starve.
I'm taking Wanda back to. The plan is Wanda's coming back to South Carolina with me, and Noodle is officially approved to be in the program. He's doing such a great job. How many jobs has he done so far?
Huh?
How many times have we taken him out? I'd say.
3 times, maybe?
Yeah, and he likes it.
He does.
Yeah, and Wanda comes along too, but she doesn't like Noodle, so that's.
Yeah, it's a little tough on Judy, who has to run around and chase after him.
Yeah, he's really quick.
He is quick.
He's really quick.
He can spin and go the other way
Yeah,
so fast.
yeah,
See, now, I just had to yell at him once.
yep. He's
But
learning.
I did have to yell.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah,
you people are going to have to get used to the fact I'm going to have to discipline him.
I think that they're already used to it. Yeah.
Well, don't come down on my neck if I'm screaming at the dog or handling it
Drives
very
me nuts,
quickly.
but yeah. Well, she screams at the dog, and we all go lie down.
That's right. It's been like that around here. If I yell "whoa," everybody on the property within a quarter mile.
Right. Well, it's funny because when I first met Elizabeth, I don't know, she must have come to the farm with her dog, and within a half an hour, she has that go lie down kind of tone to her voice, and I realized Okay, she's an animal person. She has the screech when the shit hits the fan and it's a disaster and there's a pony running across the parking lot, and then she has the go lie down, and then she has the dog fighting voice. She's a perfect.
She's been around.
Yeah. So I know I have it because I've been exposed quite a bit
It's
with
just tough
it.
when people aren't used to it, and then they think, oh, that's abusive. Well, it's not abusive. You got to straighten things out.
Yeah. Well, if you look at how the mother dogs deal with,
Oh, the mothers are rough.
or you look at the way that the horses deal with each other,
Yeah.
then it's you have to have some sort of way to keep them under control, or put them on a leash,
Yeah.
like Larky. Larky, who likes the
Well,
pony.
Larky is now wearing his electric collar.
But we can't never find the thingy.
Oh,
You said, oh, he's got his electric.
it's in my pocketbook.
Okay, well, it wasn't on it.
I haven't used it.
Where was your pocketbook when he was chasing after the pony?
That with him, I didn't have it on him then.
Yeah.
Now I'm lined up. You
Yeah.
got to line up. You can't just use it. You got to line it up and line up the perfect situation, and then push the button, and then you've got
No,
it.
then you say, Larky, don't do that.
That's correct.
And he ignores you. Then you push the button.
That's absolutely correct.
And that's the best feeling in the world. Like, no, don't go after that pony.
Yep, that's exactly right.
And if you do it right, you only have to do it once.
That's correct. That's
So-
correct. He will jump in the air and scream, and just kind of run around a little bit.
And then wonder how the pony inflicted such an
Yeah.
electric shock. Yeah, so
He's got to blame the pony.
let's see. We need to thank Fugan for all the stuff she's been sending us.
Fugan has been sending us a lot
Fugan
of
is
stuff.
fantastic. Everything is happening. We have so much.
Well, every morning you eat off that plate. That Fugan.
Yeah, I know.
Fugan
I had
sent
some
us those
cake.
a long time
Who sent
ago.
us the cake too? The ham and
That
the
was
cake.
Betty.
Yeah, the cake was delicious. I had that today. We had ham and cake after the job. But things are moving so quickly to keep up with all of the moving parts of getting everything organized for a full spring launch, and getting out to the senior centers, and coming back and trying to get
It's hard
all the
to
animals
keep
fed.
track of all you are supposed to be doing while you are trying to grow
Right.
and change things a little bit. Because every time you change anything, all hell breaks
Yeah.
loose.
Yeah. I brought back my, I have a bumper pull, I think you guys may have seen it, the bumper pull stock trailer that I had. It's my trailer. I had it down in South Carolina. I've been using it for for moving, boards around and stuff in my
Hanging
barn.
or laundry.
Yeah, and so I brought that back, and on my way back, the plan was to pick up the horses that were in Pennsylvania, and brought that back. We dropped it off today to get serviced. Turns out somebody has done some damage. You borrowed the trailer a while back, and she forgot it was on the back, so we had to replace an axle, and they didn't do it. So anyways, it did service.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
remember
I remember that.
when you forgot it was back there?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
so-
I was pulling out of the trash, the dumpster place.
Oh, yeah.
It is extremely narrow,
That-
and I caught a wheel on them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and
So
that-
we got that officially fixed now, and the wiring's fixed. And the reason we did all that is because the rickshaw bikes, those pedicabs that we're going to use for the seniors,
Which I haven't seen yet.
yeah, I've had them stored in a barn over in Hamilton for the winter. They're going to the bike shop, and so because those are going to be stored inside the trailer, so anytime we need them, they're already in the trailer, and they're going to be So we're going to keep them over at Bradley Palmer. It's got a 2-mile flat road for people to pedal on, and so that's the plan with that. So. And the trailer went to get serviced today, and my big trailer went to get serviced today, so that it can make it down to South Carolina.
The big trailer is a fifth wheel.
The fifth wheel, gooseneck, yeah.
Yeah, gooseneck. Sits in the bed of the truck.
So I'm taking a rescue horse from Meredith down to Pennsylvania, picking up another horse that we bought last week that went into quarantine. Whenever I was there last, I can't remember. Picking up a standardbred putting him on the trailer, and then I'm bringing those back down to Aiken.
When you take them down to Aiken, your barn is not finished?
Oh, well, the paddock, the barn is pretty done. It's not quite finished, but it's enough to be able to. I have a full.
Where
paddock.
are you going to keep? What I'm saying is, where are you going to keep these horses down at Aiken?
The guy's working on it right now. No, no, I have a gigantic.
We'll have doors on it next week, right?
I have a gigantic paddock with a run-in shed.
Oh.
The barn's not done for animals inside the barn, but I have enough to be able to keep a bunch of animals down there. So Elizabeth is planning to come down, and we're going to go to the woods auction, and they have a mule, the livestock auction, and they're going to have mules and donkeys there.
Oh, wow.
And that's on the 15th. And then we'll bring them to my house. They'll do the rest of their quarantine there, and then we'll bring the whole group back.
Oh, that'd be good.
Right now. So
if we pull off this donkey
derby, and people keep asking when that is. And
well, if we pull that off, you're going to need a bunch of donkeys.
yeah, I had a meeting with Ann Getchell and been talking to, or I've been talking to Ann Getchell. I'm supposed to have a meeting with her tomorrow, but I'm leaving tomorrow to beat the storm. But we're putting together the plan for a donkey derby, and what I'd like to do with the donkey derby. She wants the donkeys too, because they do a bunch of veteran events at their farm over in Hamilton, where they bring veterans who are in a PTSD program out to the farm for the weekend, and
Really?
they need activity. The home base, yeah.
Is that what they use the big house for?
Yep, they have lunch.
Unbelievable.
They don't live. They come with vans of these PTSD. They're in they go through therapy for Monday through Friday, and then the weekend they go someplace for the weekend. And they for Saturday and Sunday, and so they usually bring them out and they drive them around and they try to figure out what to do with them on a farm in
It's
Hamilton.
a beautiful place.
Yeah, and so the veterans, we brought the donkeys there, and they saw the donkey derby, and they really wanted to do some running with the donkeys. And so we're going to be, when they have the veterans come out to their farm, the home base, we're going to drive over there with a team of donkeys, and they have, 25 veterans that come in for the weekend. So we don't quite have enough donkeys, but I'm thinking we should probably need about 10 to 12 good, well-behaved running donkeys that you can walk, you can run, you can do whatever you need to. They can hike with the donkeys as part of their therapy. So we have, I haven't really done a head count, but we are doing things like culling the herd and donkeys that are not going to make the cut.
This place that they will be running the donkeys, these donkeys, this place is a place where they have had Olympic trial riders, haven't they?
Yes. It used to be a 3-day event.
Yeah, her event there is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And the Olympic people have all been there, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
It's 750 acres.
Is it 700 acres?
Yeah.
And we're going to move in with a bunch of beautiful donkeys. It's a big come round for the whole outfit, I'll tell you.
Yes, I'm trying to answer questions at the same time. Yes, so it is really quite an amazing place, and
But it has been. I mean, you
Yeah.
could look. Groton House.
Groton House Farm is.
Yeah, look it up online. And
Yeah.
you will believe it.
Yeah, so they are doing a lot with veterans, and they want to, because one of the women there is married to a veteran, and I don't want to say it online. Yeah, one of the nieces of Ann's nieces, and
Okay.
so they do a lot of veteran events. And when they saw the donkey derby, the donkey Packborough race run by, a lot of them just started running along behind them. One guy took off his boots and started jogging along barefoot because he was just so enamored by running with donkeys. So I think
can't imagine how sophisticated this place usually is.
Yeah. Well, I think
And
that
then it's just broken down now.
I think that the family, the whole family that owns the place, is they enjoy. It was an equine. They enjoy the craziness of a bunch of donkeys. Who doesn't like the craziness of a bunch of donkeys running around? So yeah, so that's in the works. So the actual donkey derby is going to be, we're going to do like the Mo, well, we're not going to use Mo because Mo is definitely retired, but we're going to do the event the way that we did it originally, back with the Mo win the tug of war, and the the spectators can do the steeplechase and things like that. So that's what we were talking about. And that is going to be in end of September, October, and I want it to be something that, you know, we normally have Dog Fest, or Service Dog Project used to have Dog Fest. I want it to be, I'm going to set a date in the next week, as soon as life calms down, set a date, and then you guys can, whoever wants to come up can start scheduling, you know, hotels and things like that. But it'll be the end of September.
You got to watch out for the fairgrounds.
That's a big, oh, you're right. So
the fairgrounds take every hotel.
What was
the fair? Is going to be the weekend that involves Monday being a holiday.
So why don't we do it in September before everybody comes for the fair and the foliage. So we'll do it mid-September. All right. We'll find a good date for that. Any news on Jiminy? No, I have to say that I did talk to her. Was it last week? She was coming down, but I don't think she made it down. But she's thrilled, and I'm thrilled for Jiminy because Jiminy wanted a job. And his job, the one job he didn't want to do was go to nursing homes. And he liked being down with me in Aiken, but it was a complete waste of a really well-trained service dog. And so this woman that has him is actually using him as a service dog, and that's the perfect scenario. I miss him, and I wish that I'm going back down. I wish I had planned to have him come down with me because he doesn't like Larky, but this is a much better opportunity for him. So that's all good. And let's see.
I like to train dogs, and I like to have them go somewhere where they know what they're doing. You know?
Yep.
And dogs don't like to be confused. And by the time a dog goes, I get rid of a dog. I'm saying that's strange, but by the time I give a dog to somebody, that dog is going to understand how to communicate with the person.
Yeah.
Just like I told him to shut up, and he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm amazed myself.
Yeah, I remember when, when you were running the service dog, it was like the dogs were out training with different people all the time. People walking around the property, different people training different dogs. So they never got really bonded with one person until the person that you found a good match for them, and then they were able to go overnight and allow them to bond with someone.
Yeah.
And the people were allowed to take dogs. You had the volunteers that took dogs overnight for their house training stuff, but they were never allowed to have them for more than 24 hours before they.
One night at a time.
Yeah, so I felt badly taking Jiminy because Jiminy looked at me like, "Oh, I finally have a mom," and I'm like, "No, I have to say I can't have another dog till Wanda passes on because she's a princess.
Kind of dominant.
She's a little dominant, yeah. So she's a problem. And with Carlene, after you are a dog trainer, you had a mission for the games, but we all miss Jiminy, yeah. But he's in a good place, so that's what. I mean, I do the same.
That's the purpose of the joint.
Yeah, that is, and people get upset with me too. Like when I rehome horses, and I don't rehome horses to just any home either. I bring horses in. I have a responsibility to get them trained,
get them healthy,
and get them in a good place. But that leaves an opportunity for me to do what I do well, or actually Wallace now, is to train horses and then get in the next one and get them to a good home. And that you can do the same thing with. And also, I think this is a little bit of a different scenario because we have a need for an animal to be going with you to nursing homes. So, that we can't have a gap like that again.
Yeah.
And Wanda's great, but I'm not always here with Wanda. So.
Well, she doesn't think too highly of the job.
Yeah, she kind of likes it.
She runs in and finds somebody whose lap she can sit on, and then that's where she is.
Yeah, that's right. That's definitely true.
She's camped out.
Yeah, they have to go get her and bring her to the next person.
Right.
She's not always as willing as and what's going on with Betty? Oh, Betty, I think has a home. And I know you're not
every time I get an idea
well, no.
of what to do with an animal, they
Betty,
get it out of here quick because
I know.
she's
Well,
on
the problem with Betty is she's a lovely mule, but she has a weakness in her back end. So I think she would do it, but I think it gives us an opportunity to find some. We have to get a mule because Mo is too old.
Yes.
Ted is too ornery. Betty would have done it, but she's got, like, every once in a while, like, the whole back end starts to shake. And I would hate for her to be at the donkey derby and fall over and flush.
Well, I wasn't going to do the donkey derby. I want to get her in a harness and see if she drives as well as I think she will.
Oh, she does. I'm sure she drives lovely.
Yes.
But that's why the Amish gave her up, because the back end, once she engages it,
Well,
to go up a hill.
What I want to pull is I want to pull a 6-foot piece of chain link around the pastures.
What about?
That's not very energetic.
Yeah. Well, Betty has a home.
See, but she's also white, and see, I can put this black harness on.
Oh, that would have looked good.
And she, it's a good picture.
Give me. I mean, do you know
You'll
how
have
many
to go
white mules
I know,
there
we'll
are
go get
that
another
need
white
homes?
one.
I mean, I go to the auction and there's just mules, horses, okay, whatever you want, I can find them.
Either yellow or white.
All right, because I was gonna recommend Arthur, the donkey. If you'd have to have a lot of time though, because he walks really slowly.
Oh yeah, that woman's walking up. That's the one he's walking.
He's learning to drive. Arthur, the big donkey. They're teaching him to drive.
Who's the woman? What's the woman
Claudette.
that walks around Meredith with a donkey?
Yeah, that's Claudette.
Is that Arthur?
That's Arthur. Yeah. She's teaching him to drive.
Something's wrong with Arthur.
No, what's wrong? He's just a baby. He hasn't grown.
Okay. He hasn't grown into his back end.
No, he definitely. I wormed him the other day.
Yeah, well,
yeah. So, Arthur's. He's an adolescent. He's in his awkward stage, but he's gelding now. Yeah. So,
I want a finished, well-broke Amish mule.
Okay, I'll get right on that. But well,
because those pastures over there, I think would look 1,000% better if you pick up the great clumps. But
yeah,
there's an awful lot of.
Yeah.
When you figure that we take into that place 5 tons of hay,
and the average horse poops 13 times a day.
Whatever.
Fun fact.
But we don't pick it all up.
No.
No, you pick up a few clumps.
Yeah.
So we're importing all that stuff, and we're getting, it's deep.
Yep. It's rainy and muddy.
Absolutely beautiful topsoil.
Yeah. Rainy and muddy, but I can work on that. We're going to the mule sale on the 15th. See what we got there. But I only rescue mules that are. I like to rescue stuff that needs rescuing. I'm not going to go get you a 4-year-old working mule.
I don't want a 4-year-old. I want one that's looking for a nice, cushy job.
Is there any questions that you guys have? Elizabeth will probably be back tomorrow, and
I miss Elizabeth. Well, I mean, you're lovely, but
yeah, Elizabeth is the glue.
She's the guts of the outfit.
Yeah. So I talk to Elizabeth every morning from Aiken, and we put together a day plan. So I'm very active, but she's the operations.
Call.
Yeah, no.
I never get a phone call.
Yeah, no.
I'm lucky if Elizabeth comes and tells me what she's doing.
Yeah, I call Elizabeth every morning Elizabeth is she's so pleasant all the time.
She is pleasant.
She's the only person that I can talk to before I'm fully caffeinated. So sometimes when I'm driving to get my coffee, I call Elizabeth, and my mother answers the phone. Because my mother's with Elizabeth. And I'm like, oh, because I need to be fully caffeinated before I talk to her. Because my mother, she goes right into the list of things that we need to accomplish.
That's correct.
One of the big things that's also happening today is, people are sending me text messages, I'm sure about, is we're getting a dumpster.
Oh, that's exciting.
Because my goal is to start lifting, there's so much stuff that needs to to go to a different home.
Crap.
There's crap everywhere.
Just plain crap.
And it's not getting cleaned up. There is a cake outside. Please make sure you get it. Oh, there's a cake outside.
Where?
Outside.
Is there?
There's a cake outside.
We better get it.
Before Nick does, yes, we will definitely get that. Thank you so much for cake outside. Ooh. Is today Wednesday? Tomorrow's Wednesday. There's a cake. Yes.
No, it's not Wednesday yet. 'Cause
Then how come there's a cake outside? Okay, so there's somebody else sent me a text message. Did you get Betty's cake outside?
it's not Betty's cake. We ate Betty's cake already.
There's another one. Yeah, we finished the last. We were fighting. Judy, Carly, and I were fighting over the last pieces of that cake. It was not pretty today. Let me get back.
Okay, goodbye. We gotta get the cake.
Yeah, we got to get the cake. Is there any last minute question? I just texted you asking to get Betty's cake.
Have you got
Yes.
eyes in? Have you got your contacts in?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So why you can't see?
Yeah. No. My contacts are for us seeing, not for actually doing it, reading anything. So I have trouble with that. A couple things. I'm gonna do this. I have a bunch of things on my list to do, and I keep saying I'll have time to do it when life calms down, but it really has not at all. But I know I need to work on getting a donate button for people that just want to donate, because as we get more and more busy, the expenses are going up and up. And so I want to thank everybody that donates to the Penny Board, donates hay. It really keeps us alive, and keeps us doing the great things that I feel like we're doing. And but I know
Very often when we're out and around, people literally hand me money.
Yeah, the woman last night, because the woman yesterday,
You're doing a great job. I hope you keep it up.
the woman
How
that
do I donate?
somebody gave us $30 yesterday, because it was like we've called people to come to this woman and they charge too much. We're free.
Yeah.
And the woman, I went to a hospice last week, and somebody gave me $500 there.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. And she called, I said, we do this for free.
Yeah.
But the woman that we went to see was like, that was kind of one of her she was insistent that she give us a big donation. So that was really nice.
Well, up in Georgetown, I said to the people, I said, we don't charge for this. I said, I do like to have a cup of coffee. And within 5 minutes, I had a cup of coffee in my hand. Two sugars in it.
We do. I like doing this. I like what we do, so that's good. I got to do a bunch of other things to the website. I'm going to create, because the schedule, we got to tighten up our procedures. Judy just gets inundated with people that are with senior centers and adolescent centers, and she gets so many requests. We need to have like an email address that's easy, like scheduling at
Yes.
or info@goldiesfarm.com. So I need to do that. And I'm also, this is my 10-year anniversary from writing the book Dogs, Donkeys, and Circus Performers.
Good.
Yeah, 10-year anniversary came up on my Facebook. And I've been talking to Elizabeth, and I will plan once I get organized to start writing another book. I know what the title is going to be, and you guys can have your feedback, but I'm thinking the title is going to be The Adventures of All Good Intentions, because that's what life is. We're out there trying to do good things, and you can't make this stuff up. So I've been going through with Elizabeth just some of the things that we do, chasing donkeys across the parking lot, things like that. And so we will be doing that, and that will be another fundraising opportunity for us. Hopefully that will be done maybe around by Christmas time.
Do we have any of those books still?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, they're good, because that veterinarian that I just met that tried to give me the piece of paper on how to housebreak a puppy.
Oh.
I would like to give him one of mine on how you train the dog.
Okay. Yeah. There's books in the back room.
Okay. I knew they're around someplace.
So that's, and if people, great titles, people want, have other suggestions on a title, let me know. And I will also be soliciting, as we go forward with the book, soliciting ideas of stories, because I can't remember them all. So if you guys, if you want to, I'm actually starting this with Elizabeth. If you want to just send me a personal message on Facebook, just what story you want me to include, because I know there's a lot of stories that you tell that have never been documented. I got a lot of my own stories, and I have stories from just last week, so, and probably just this week. So
I had forgotten about the peacock in the Meridian Hotel. Were you there for that job?
No.
The peacock got loose and flying around the ballroom.
Oh dear.
Meridian Hotel.
Oh dear. I was not on that one. I think I would remember that.
I didn't go out into the ballroom. I was had to stay with everything else.
Yeah.
But I think it was Ron and Gwen. Somebody.
Yeah. Don't pick it. The peacocks are. I just remember the peacock in the cabin where this was when I lived when I was a teenager, and the bedroom is upstairs, up the ladder, and there's also a little bedroom in the back, but it's a loft, and right on top of the loft, it's the roof. It's peaked like this, and on the peak was where that roof, the peacock. So you drive
scream.
And scream. At,
Help!
Yeah, yeah.
When you have a peacock,
And
I had to register it with the police because it sounds like a woman screaming.
Yeah. And Ron was like, I'm going to shoot the peacock. And you explained to Ron that the peacock stays, he could go. Because my sister Ron and Gwen lived in the cabin for a long time while I was gone.
Everybody has lived in this cabin.
And then the peacocks went over to the neighbor's house when they first moved in.
Yeah.
They got a bird feeder because they're from the city and they wanted to see what birds attract in their bird feeder, and they got our peacock. Yeah, that's the peacock stuff. And then the peacocks flew over to Hamilton, and they flew away. Just one day they just got up and flew away.
Well, I helped them fly away.
Okay, so they ended up over in Hamilton.
There's a big, beautiful country, what is it, golf course.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever that is. And their logo is...
The Turner Hill. Yeah, that's where they went. You brought them over there?
Well, I had 3 peacocks I had to get rid of quick, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I drove over there and turned them loose.
Oh, they have a whole peacock section now.
They do?
Yeah, well, that's their logo.
It's their logo. But those peacocks are still around because I've had people in Rowley tell me they've seen peacocks flying around.
Oh, yeah, well, peacocks were a thing for a while.
They are, yeah, they're not as exotic as one would think. I think in India they eat them.
Yeah, I don't think they probably taste very good. That's a very expensive meal.
I'll tell you, it's a very tiny bird.
Yeah.
Like the day I went to catch it, and I went to catch right there at the end of the tail, and the entire tail came off in my hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and all the little feathers with it, and this tiny little chicken ran off. They're not big at all.
People keep sending
I
me...
had feathers all over me.
People keep sending me, don't forget the cake. That is one thing that I know we're never going to forget is the cake that's outside. I might forget the key, my car keys, my cell phone, my sister's name.
The cake will get in.
The cake will get eaten. Mail call has been... Okay, yeah, so if you guys think of any good stories, send me a PM.
Several of them will have to do with her boyfriend.
No, none of them will have to do with my boyfriends. We'll move
I
on. No, we're not
remember-
going down that.
I remember
Yeah.
one about dragging a deer out of the woods.
Okay, we're not going to do that. Okay, we're going to just move on. Yeah, and you got to stop putting in the home. She keeps putting in the Doggy Daily that I'm homeless. I have a home. It's in South Carolina. Yeah.
You had it over there. You just don't like it.
No, I don't want to sleep upstairs while you're here. No, I need to make this, when my mother is done with the cabin.
It would be possible for my 2 children that I produced and myself to live in this if we had to. It would be very tight, but it could be done.
So, yeah, as soon as we can remove you and move you down to
someplace
the
else.
laundry, this will go back. I will put more money into this and fix it up and clean
You're
it up.
probably going to have to do something about the floor, too, because it keeps getting wet.
Okay, before I moved in here, I had the floors all resurfaced and new windows put in, And I look at it now and I cringe. So yeah. But it will happen.
But
She keeps
I'm
saying
warm.
you can stay. Very warm.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I'm on fire. She keeps saying I can stay upstairs, but this is just too much chaos for me. And then she's like, you can stay in the trailer. And I am a cold. There's no way I'm staying in the trailer in the winter. Outside, no. So, anyways, but okay. So that's the. Any last minute questions for me? I don't see anything else.
She
Thank
tries
you.
to get a lot of mileage out of this homeless bit.
Yeah, I do. Okay. All right.
Well done?
Okay.
Well done?
I think we're gonna go get the cake now.
Go get the cake.
Yeah, well, we're over time anyways, but it's cake time. Cake time. We're not
Okay.
even having dinner. We're just having cake.
That's
Because
true.
I've had enough. If I have one more ham meal, yeah, I can't do that. So,
Okay.
all right. Have a wonderful night, and Elizabeth, we'll be back tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, you make it go off.
Yes, I will make it go off. All right. How do I do this? Finish.